Hello everyone, welcome back to Deep Stories. I want to tell you a really cool story that kind of shows us that we never know who someone is. Even the most simple people might be the greatest people and might have the deepest connections to God. So this is a story about a simple Jew who lived on the outskirts of Jerusalem. This is hundreds of years ago. And he barely knew how to read. He barely knew how to learn. He didn't even know what the meaning of the prayers were. And he didn't even know the order of the prayers, what came first, on which day. He just knew how to read. He knew how to write in the foreign tongues from his city where he came outside of Israel. So what did he do for a living? He would bring fruits and vegetables from the village he lived to Jerusalem to sell for a living. And he would come in on a weekly basis, like probably once every week, once every 2 weeks, and he would go to one of the rabbis of Jerusalem to ask him for help, that the rabbi would write the order of the prayers for the coming week. And this is what he would do every week, and the rabbi would write him the order of the prayers. Once this simple guy comes in, it was the month of Cheshvan, that's the month we're in now, and Cheshvan is always in the fall or the winter. So he comes to the rabbi, and he asks the rabbi to write down the order of the prayers for a few coming weeks, because those days, it's hard to travel in those days in Jerusalem in the past. There was a lot of mud, it would be raining, and clay, And so the rabbi wrote down for a few weeks. So it happened that he actually did need to come back to Jerusalem before the prayers had been done. So he came back before what the rabbi had finished. And now he comes back and he sees, to his great astonishment, all of the stores of the Jews are closed. So he starts to get worried. He thinks maybe it's Shabbat today and he's breaking Shabbat. He comes down from his wagon. He's standing and thinking what's going on. He sees a Jew walking by in the market with his tefillin. So he knows if he's holding his tefillin, it's not Shabbat, because we don't put on tefillin on Shabbat. So he relaxed a little bit. So at least he didn't break Shabbat, he thinks to himself. But he thinks, what is going on today? Why are all the stores closed? He goes to that Jew that he just saw and he asks him, what's happening? So the Jew says, today is a fast day for the community. And so now the simple villager is astonished at the rabbi. He says, Rabbi, he thinks, how did the rabbi not write me down that today is a fast? And, he set all the days and he doesn't tell me there's a fast. He's so upset, he's in pain that he had eaten on that day. He eaten on a fast day and he didn't pray the prayers that you need to fast on the fast day of the community. He leaves his donkey and his wagon in the market. He runs to the rabbi's house. He comes to the rabbi's house. He doesn't see him in the house. The children of the rabbi tell him, the simple villager, that the rabbi is in the synagogue. He runs frantically to the synagogue and he goes to the rabbi and starts crying. He says, how could it be, Rabbi? What did you do to me? The rabbi is shocked and scared. He says, what happened? What's going on? He says, and he can barely hold himself back, this villager. He's crying and screaming. He says, Rabbi, today is a communal fast day and you didn't write it down for me at all. And I have stumbled, I've eaten, I didn't do the right prayers. It's not a little thing. The rabbi says, relax. It's not a fixed fast day. This is a fast for rain that we decreed here in Jerusalem. So the Jew asked the rabbi, what do you mean a fast for rain? The rabbi explained to him, he says, if it hasn't rained and we're worried that there might be a famine, we start decreeing fast and we pray to God that rain should come down. So the Jew is astonished. He says, for this you need to decree a fast? So the rabbi says, what do you think we should do? The villager says, when I don't have rain on my field, I go to the field, I say, God, Father, I need rain. And the rain comes down right away. The rabbi hears this from this simple villager that he says it really innocently. And the rabbi says, okay, go try it. Try to do this here. The villager goes out to the courtyard of the synagogue, starts crying. He says, Father, how could it be your sons and daughters in the holy city are going to die from famine and thirst? Don't you see they need rain? The rain starts to come down right away. So it's a beautiful story. It shows we don't know who, like I said, we don't know who people are. We don't know even your own greatness. You don't know what your prayers are achieving. Just keep on praying.